What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Vino.
I'm Renixio.
And we're here to do another great, awesome movie, Toy Story 4.
Everyone, Bonnie made a friend in class.
Oh, she's already making friends.
No, she literally made a new friend. I want you to meet Forky.
Hi.
Hello.
He's a spork.
Yes, I know. Is the most important toy to Bonnie right now. We all have to make sure nothing happens to him.
Woody, we have a situation.
I am not a toy. I was made for soup, salad, maybe chili, and then the trash.
Buzz, we've got to get Forky.
Affirmative.
Man, this movie was awesome.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It is one of the greatest franchise of all time for Pixar. I don't know what it is, but it keeps getting better and better each movie. I didn't think they would get better, but they did. Rio, how did you feel about this movie for yourself?
I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. After the heart-wrenching events from Toy Story 3, from the whole incinerator, escaping the daycare, and being given to young Bonnie, we pick up this movie where they were with Bonnie and trying to integrate with her new toys. And them playing with them, Buzz is the first thing. But this movie was overall very emotional, just like the other ones. But almost, even though it wasn't nearly as threatening, like there's no giant threat. The toys aren't going to be destroyed. They aren't being, like in the first one, they started being torn apart by Sid, I think it was, the bully kid.
Yes.
And the second one,
Damn, what was the second one about? I think the second one was I don't think there was a really. Oh no, it was the bear. Was the bear the third one?
Bear's the third one.
The bear's the third one.
Anyway, and him, there was a whole Ciderate who was trying to get rid of them because they haven't the toys anymore.
Yeah.
And then, all the toys are always in danger in those movies. This one, not so much. It's more of they're trying to be there for Bonnie, and they're trying to come to terms with her own toy mortality, whatever it is.
Yeah, but what it's mostly.
Find a purpose.
It mostly follows Woody in this movie most of the time because he's still, like I said, he's been with Andy since he was a kid, and now that he's with Bonnie, he's trying to figure out where he belongs, pretty much.
Because of course Bonnie has her own favorite toys.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, she's like I think she's about 8 or 9.
Well, in the beginning of the movie, she entered kindergarten.
Yeah.
So it was, I think, like 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, about 5 or 6. Yeah, so she's really young.
She invented, as we all know from the trailer, her very own favorite toy, Forky, out of trash. Of course, then trash becoming sentient, trying to figure out as a toy. That was a whole fun little issue in this one. But because now Forky is now considered her favorite toy, and he's being more relegated to the closet more often, he has to figure out what's my purpose here. I'm trying to help Bonnie be good and normal by adapting or having the toys be for her, even though I am not her favorite anymore.
Yeah, I mean, and the one thing I did like about the movie is I love that Woody is still a protector, even though, because in the beginning of the movie, Woody's always been the leader. He's always been the protector. In this movie, he's not really that. He's still, he's kind of is. He's still trying to be the protector in a way for everybody, but he's starting to realize there's somebody else.
Well, at the same time, not only Forky, Bonnie had her own set of toys before they even got the Toy Story toys even got to her. So technically, that little Raggedy Ann type doll thing is her, or not Raggedy Ann, but it's a little one of those flat dolls or whatever. Is actually her, the mayor, probably the original toy who controls the bedroom. Yeah. Not her favorite necessarily, but always picked to play with.
Right.
So they're trying to integrate together. He's trying to be in charge. They're like, I'm the mayor here. It's my job. You just need to settle down. So it's all that, the integration fun. So
yeah, it was also funny seeing him protect Forky and trying to teach Forky that
what it means to be a toy.
What is to be a toy? Because Forky feels like I'm trash. Like I love that part of the movie.
And he is trash. He's taking a fork.
He's trash, but at the same time, Bonnie created you. Like Woody. The one thing I loved about Woody was like, look, Bonnie needs you. Bonnie, every time she's sad. When she's happy, she wants to hold you.
Trying to teach someone who can't see color or can't feel those emotions or had never felt them before what it means to feel those or what it means to see the same colors even though they've never seen the colors before, for example. And that's something difficult to do. So you're trying to tell Forky, good lord, what it means to be a toy even though all she's ever known is being trash. He just woke up, so he doesn't care about Bonnie. Bonnie may have created him and wrote his name on her little stick feet thing.
Yeah, she put the stick together and put...
His purpose, his knowledge is being trashed. He was already used up, so he's time to go in the trash and go away. So, in addition to that little thing,
Yeah.
of course, they go on a field trip, or not a field, a road trip, a family road trip.
Yeah.
And Forky eventually gets lost.
Right.
He escapes. So Woody goes after him. They get all separated, and we finally figured out what happened to Bo Peep, who was absent from the movie 3, but she was there for 1 and 2.
Right.
And Woody finds her again, and then that's where this movie kind of splits up because there's multiple stories going on here.
Yes.
Which was the first 3 movies, it has a dedicated storyline,
Right.
which a lot of people are more concerned or upset about because this one has more divergent storylines. They all come
Yeah.
together in the end, but it's.
Well, you really
chaotic
thought,
than
well, you really thought it was 2 different separate stories? Or
I
do
did
you-
not. Well, they
I
are
kind of feel like
related.
it was the same.
Well, you had
but,
the whole
I mean,
Forky issue.
Yeah.
That related to the what's her name? Gabby.
Yeah.
Who Woody meets, they have the same style of pull string
Yeah.
voice box. Hers is broken, so she never got picked. So she always dreamed of being someone's favorite toy. Even though she was the defective toy, and she would put up on the antique that no one ever wanted. So she's been her entire life sitting on a shelf where she wants to be played with. She feels she can take Woody's voice box
Yeah.
and become a toy that everyone loves.
And that's one thing about Gabby that I did like about her. She wasn't really a villain per se. She was more of just, hey, I just want your voice box. I don't really care. I mean, I wouldn't say she didn't care about anybody. She just wanted to be played with. I think throughout this whole movie, you'll meet other toys that wants to be played with. One thing I didn't know about this movie, because
That's the whole thing, the lost toy concept.
Yeah, that was one thing I did like about it, because we see Bo. Well, after Woody and Bo. It's Bo, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
After
meet back up.
Yeah. After Woody and Bo finally meet up, they're like, "Hey, how's it going?" She's a lost toy, but she likes being a lost toy because again, she's been
Well, she had bad
thrown away.
experience.
Yeah, she had a really bad, well, she had 2 bad experiences. Because the first time, was of course Andy's sister, and then the second time, of course, she went to somebody else.
Andy's sister, she was actually given up to a thing and she was taken away. So she
Right.
lost her original kid, but she got to another kid, which would be
Right.
fine. But then that kid didn't like her or grew up, and then they went to an antique, the same antique store that
and she was
Gabby
sitting there
Gabby's
for
at.
years.
And she sat there for like, I think 7 years, it said, before she
Yeah.
finally gave up and just left.
And trust me, I love what they did with Bo. What I loved about her was it wasn't about this whole strong, independent woman thing that they always do. I felt like she was still strong and independent, but at the same time, she didn't put down Woody, which is what I love about Bo. Because usually when they have this whole woman thing going on right now with the whole independent, like, I don't need no man. I don't need nobody. She didn't really do that with Woody. It was like, even though she wanted Woody to come with her, she kind of, blah. I'm sorry.
Good, you're good on your own.
Yeah,
Go back to the
you're
kid,
on
it's
your
fine. I'll be
own.
by myself, that's
I'm fine. But she saw Woody again. She didn't go, I don't want to go with you. I don't want to see you again. You didn't want to be with me. No, she was like, hey, you can still come with me. So that's what I loved about it. And that was one thing I liked about this movie. There wasn't no man bashing like as usual. It wasn't like a cringy like, oh my god, here we go. I don't need no man thing again. It was more about, no, I don't need a kid, but I still want to be with you. And that's what I loved about this movie.
Okay,
Most of it, though.
one of the things I did not like about this movie, it was okay, but it kind of concerned me a little bit, was the almost stupidifying of Buzz. Because he knows he's a toy, he knows everything about it, he's been there for like years and upon years.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on. But in this movie, he suddenly realizes his inner voice, he can push buttons and listen to his inner voices, and they help guide him. But he should already know that, being a toy for so long, which... as I told to Rabina before, after the movie, I expressed these concerns, and I realized during the events of Toy Story 3, he was reset. His memory was reset, so maybe he lost all those memories, so he's still learning how to be a proper. He knows he's a toy, but he's still learning everything he already knew once before, unless they reset that, or that didn't actually happen, or I don't know, but he seemed not very smart in this movie. Like, he was going to help things, like, you left me... what would I do in this situation? Click a button.
I know.
And he's a theme song. Go that way. And he's like,
I definitely agree with that, but I do also agree that maybe he still is. They didn't really explain any of that. Jesse.
that's the only thing I can think of.
Because Jesse didn't really go, oh my god, here we go again. He's still being reset. That would have been kind of cool if they would have brought that up, maybe. But they didn't.
It has been years, so maybe he learned to cope with it.
Well, yeah, but he's still doing the whole like I think Woody was talking to Buzz. He was like, "So, what's your inner voice?" He clicks on his button. Go do this. Go do that. I'm like, okay.
Time to return home, soldier. It's like,
yeah.
No,
it's
I
like,
don't want to
really?
leave yet. It's like,
yeah, it was just weird. But I wish they would have had explained that. But overall, the movie was phenomenal. I definitely give it a 10. I loved every single.
I wouldn't
minute
go
of
that
this
high
movie.
necessarily. There were minor issues. It didn't all ruin the film for me. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, just like Rubino. I didn't cry like some people did in the movie theater.
I didn't cry that much. I just a little tear here and there.
You took your glass off and I saw you wiping. So.
My eyes were burning.
But
Eyes burn
yes,
sometimes.
I felt very emotional on the inside as well. It's like, oh, it's so sad. It's so good. They're helping people. It's all great. It's a great continuation of the franchise because, of course, toys don't end just because they go to a new kid.
Yeah.
So they keep on living and they have to grow with the chance of giving a new kid or being thrown away or put into storage or whatever else.
Yeah.
So that's always a threat. Overall, though, a very good movie. Thoroughly enjoyable. Minor issues here and there, but overall really good.
I didn't see any minor issues. I love from beginning to end. Probably movie of the year. #1 movie for me. I loved it. So before we go, we're going to, as you say, one spoiler. What was your one favorite spoiler of this movie that you loved? One. That you were just like in shock or...
The fact that Gabby didn't turn out nearly as evil as they were letting on for her that she was going to be.
Yeah.
Because she walked around, she had these little ventriloquist dummies, like 4 of them or something, 3 of them, 4 of them, and she almost looked like a mob boss. Like, okay, go do this, go do that. They were watching security over her, making sure nothing happened to her. She brought Forky and was being all nice to him, almost too nice. So I thought, okay, she's going to betray him or whatever, or getting information out of him. But she ended up being a very good person. She just wanted to help herself. Not necessarily at the behest. She asked and she was trying to be polite about it, and she was only trying to do what's necessary to realize her eventual dream. You had your chance. You're done. You already did your thing. Give me a chance. Please just give me your voice box. And of course that did actually happen. And Gabby got her dreams. Like, she seemed like the villain, but she wasn't nearly as bad as the villain as we were expecting her to
It
be.
was very sad when she finally got the box and Woody,
God.
because Woody finally was like, yeah, just give me back, because she had captured Forky, and of course she said, look, I'll give you back Forky if you let me have your voice box. She finally gets it. The girl that she's been waiting for years looks at her and she goes, oh, man,
That's not
whatever.
what I want.
Just throws, like literally just throws her in the box, and it was just like,
My mouth dropped. I was like,
it was
holy
like, it was the
shit.
most shocking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was just, I was just awe. Like, it was just Woody, everybody. That hurt me. So of course, finally, Woody tries to help her, and she finally finds a
Come
kid.
with us. We can find. Well, you'll be with Bonnie. You can be another toy for Bonnie. I mean, but she finds her own kid on the way out. She finds someone who needs, so she goes to the kid, and she finds her place. It's all happy, good. Woody doesn't have a voice box anymore, but he doesn't need a voice box anymore. So yeah.
My favorite part was the end. Was when because Buzz has decided to go with Bo and help her go find the lost toys.
Woody.
I'm sorry. Woody goes with Bo. Bo goes with Woody. Woody goes with Bo to help her find lost toys, because that's going to be their little mission, I guess, to do. And one of my favorite parts is when he takes off his sheriff star and gives it to Jesse. That was one of the most greatest moments I've ever seen, because it's like, I feel like he's passing the torch down while he goes out into the world and help other toys. That was a great moment, and this is why I feel like they're going to continue. They could continue the franchise.
They left it open. They could keep going.
They could. I feel like they're gonna follow Buzz and they're gonna follow Jesse. I feel like they're gonna follow them. So I cannot wait for that. I would love to see a mini series of Bo and Woody. I would love to see that maybe on Disney Channel. Back in the day, they used to do that on Disney Channel. They used to have those little mini episodes of them doing little things here and there. Disney Plus, they could do that. I don't know. Why not? But other than that, Key and Peele did a good job. Also, all right. So thank you for watching this video. If you're watching this on my channel, man, go check out my boy Red Nixon, man. That's everything I do, man. Movie review, trailer reactions, and so forth. Also, check out my other channel, Bobino Entertainment. And last but not least, I'm stumbling today. Check out Fear Bot Gaming, man. We play games over there, man. We got Layers of Fear 2. He's doing Subnautica and other video games. We do game trailers and so forth. So definitely go check that out.
If you're watching this on my channel, I was supposed to plug his channels, but he already did it for himself. Okay. So I'd like to thank y'all for watching this movie review. Hope to see you next movie review or trailer reaction we do. Bye.
Peace out.